Okay, so yes, Orlmunder knows he can't take Dale, so he's got, or he can't take Lake Town, so he's got ships that he's preparing to use for that assault. So King Diane and King Bart are said to be already preparing for the relief of Lake Town, but in the meantime, precious hours are needed. To buy them that time, Lord Vigrid has tasked a group of trusted agents to set fire to the ships or steal as many of them as possible, or otherwise sabotage them for the use of, so that they can't be used in the forthcoming assault on Lake Town by Orlmunder's men. So that's this meeting. That's this mission.
So we're trying to take out the boats.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so you guys are approaching stealthily. What else?
Well, I would like to scout it out. Like, I'd like to know how many people are there, how to get to the boats, like.
Yeah, and where are we in relation to the boats? Yeah, where are we in relation to the boats? And do we have our own boats so that we can go like burn down the boats or something?
You don't have your own boats, and you don't exactly know where the boats are. You know that they're within Orlmunder's camp on the shore of the lake. You're kind of moving along the lake shore right now, but you're coming up to the place pretty soon where you should probably expect to encounter Orlmunder's pickets, which means that you need to make some decisions about how you want to handle that.
Well, I would think that we would need to stealthily, like, do a lookout. Who's hunter? Oh, we need to do the groups.
Pick rolls, yeah.
Yeah, whoever's hunter should probably.
Yeah, why don't you pick roles? Tell me who hunter is and who hunter, scout, lookout, those kind of things. So.
Okay, so.
I'm good at hunting. I'm really good at hunting. I volunteer to be the hunter.
I suck at hunting. Awareness, is that a thing for something?
It is.
I'll do. I have 2 in awareness. That's the highest useful thing I have. I don't have any explore. I don't have any hunting. I have 1 in travel. Awareness is scout or guide.
I have 2 in travel. So maybe, unless.
So do you want to be the, whose travel is that, guide?
Yeah.
And then scout is awareness, right?
Oh, I have 3 in explore. Let me go do scout. So I got it. I got scout.
Okay.
Does anyone have more than a 2 in travel?
I don't think I do. I will check though.
Because if not, I can do the guide.
I've got 2, but I'm better at hunting. You be the guide.
All right, so Amelina is the guide. Aquin is the scout.
No, Amelina is a huntsman.
Amelina is the huntsman. PJ's character, Cthulhu, is the guide. And I'll be the lookout. Okay.
Very good. I'm going to put everybody in this left-hand column because we're about to have 2 more parties to fill this up.
Yep.
Okay, so in that case, Aquin, you can give me an explore roll.
All right, here we go.
The general picket lines. Denethor and Veronway, you can give me awareness tests.
16.
Hello, Elf Dice. Denethor, you too.
Yep.
For real?
Well, would either one of you like to?
Sure, I'll spend the 1 courage that I have for this.
Okay, all right. So,
Thanks for that, Bronway.
Aquin, you notice looming up out of the shadows. It's a little hard to see things through the mist, but you kind of crouch down and peer into the darkness. You can see shapes moving. You would guess that you're probably no farther than 20 or 30 yards away from the picket lines of Orlmunder's camp. There are large shapes looming up on the shore, many hundreds of yards behind that. You would guess those are the ships, but you would also guess that you've got a fair amount of enemy territory that you're going to have to stealthily navigate.
Oh boy.
If you're going to be able to get to the ships.
So the camp's between us and the ships.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes, the ships are sort of, if you think of like the camp is all around this sort of cove or inlet on the lake, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the camp is like all this right here. The ships are right here, right? So the camp is sort of like a horseshoe around the ships.
Like the Achaean army.
Like what?
Like the Achaean army.
Like the Achaean army, Augusta. Yes. Very much so. So all you have to do is get Orlmunder to build a wall around the ships without making the proper sacrifices to Poseidon. Poseidon will get really cheesed off, and he'll help the Trojans.
Oh, well, I was just going to say we need to get their two major heroes in a fight over a girl.
It's fine. How's everyone's ankle? Does anyone have a weak ankle or anything?
It's a heel.
Same thing.
It's not an Iliad. Okay, anyway, so in the Iliad, Achilles' heel is just a girl. So Denethor, as Aquin is kind of scouting ahead, trying to get locations of the pickets and find a way through, you, Denethor, hear a sound that sounds like almost a dimly muted scream, followed by kind of raucous laughter. And it's not long before, with your keen elven eyes, you see what appears to be a young woman in a torn dress running. She explodes through the mist and dashes away into the forest off to your right. She is pursued by two men on foot who are...
Their names Agamemnon and Achilles.
Do either one of them look like Brad Pitt?
Kind of dark. Hard to say.
Okay.
You hear another scream as they all run into the thicket.
Why don't we go out?
Well, I'm following them for sure. So am I with the rest of the party?
Oh, you can be. I mean, this is all
okay. Just kind of whatever. Okay, I'm going to motion to whoever's with me in the party, which I'm going to assume is probably everyone except maybe the people that are doing the hunting stuff. And I'm going to just shoot and just follow them into the brush. I'm just going to run after them blindly, like an elfin fool.
Can I sneak over there?
Sure, give me a stealth roll.
That was smart. Good call, PJ.
Ooh, that's nice.
I would also like to sneakily follow them.
Uh-huh.
I will do that too because it's the end thing to do.
Richard, I have a technical question real quick. So as the lookout, instead of invoking courage, since my distinctive features are keen-eyed and quick of hearing, could I have used one of those? Okay, I will remember that for next time. That is the handy thing for me to have as a lookout.
Absolutely.
That's a good point. I have keen-eyed on mine too, so.
Okay. Sorry, new character, getting used to him.
All right. So who all is, so let's see, 2 of you are sneaking in, 3 of you are sneaking in.
Well, I attempted to sneak. I unsuccessfully snuck.
Yeah, I also unsuccessfully sneaked. I thought it was sneaky, but
I successfully sneaked over
All
there.
right. Aquin, what are you doing?
I thought I was investigating the
You were kind of scouting ahead.
recon.
Yeah,
Okay,
you were kind of scouting ahead a little bit, yeah,
so I come back and everybody's gone.
more or less. Do you want to like follow them, or are you just gonna?
I'll follow them. Might as well. Better than getting caught on my own.
So, in the darkness, you see 3 struggling figures. One of the men shouts out, and the sound is muted strangely by the mist, but you hear him saying, "Brynjar, stop acting like a fool. Let the girl go. You're drunk." The other, larger man swings his elbow around, and you see the shorter man drop like a sack. There's a drunken laugh. "Gouty, Gouty, you fool. Get up. Get up, I say, look. You're just having a bit of fun with the girl, you know? If you like, we could." But he never gets any farther. As you enter the glade, he stoops over the body of his fallen companion when suddenly he's knocked over from behind by the young woman. Her arms wrap around his neck as they pulse and grow, torn fabric giving way to leathery wings and blood-sodden fur as the vampire rips the throat out of her victim. Her eyes blink towards you in the darkness like 2 red orbs. And then she strikes.
Already with the friggin' twists, man.
So what happened? What did she just turn into?
A vampire.
Oh, cool.
and then roll for initiative.
Yes, if you guys would like to drag yourselves into the appropriate stance on the battle mat.
Aquin is an archer, my first. So
I didn't know there were vampires in Middle Earth.
We aren't.
Oh, you haven't been around, bud.
Yeah.
This is kind of a whole thing.
The Morwen was a vampire. And
Oh, that's right. Okay, sorry.
toward the end.
That's right.
Do I get in?
That's right. Okay.
I get like an extra shot or something for making my stealth roll.
Because it's very dark and it's at close quarters, you will get an open volley, but basically nobody else will.
Okay, cool.
I don't get an open volley?
Unless you have a woodland bow, no.
I have a shepherd's bow.
It's a small clearing. It's very dark. It's very misty, and you were not expecting her to turn into a vampire.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Yeah. I was in damsel in distress mode.
Yeah.
This is disappointing.
Could you put the rest of us on the map?
Yeah, drag yourself onto your spot. Just grab yourself.
I don't see me.
Just grab your character and drag him up there.
What is your character's name, Sophie?
I'm Alina.
Okay.
We can't all be in rearward.
I was going to say, how many of us have bows?
Put her on. Oh, don't worry. I'm not in rearward.
All right. So you are gonna just roll Gandalf right out of the gate, huh, PJ? All right. Injury rating 14.
All right, I guess I'm gonna shoot my bow opening volley as well. Dang, son.
You don't get an open. You don't get an opening volley, Aquin.
Oh, fine.
Do I have a character token out there?
Is this an encounter or an encounter only when you're talking to people?
You were so close, dude.
Encounters when you're talking to people.
Okay.
Augusta, I think we're dragging our own tokens out.
I don't know how to do that.
Just so go to the journal thing and find.
Additionally, PJ,
Here.
you use your arrow and you are pretty sure it's going to hit.
There you go.
Her body is transforming into this huge vampiric bat shape. And just as your arrow is about to contact, she flutters upward with, shall we say, snake-like speed.
Oh, great.
And attacks. She dances in the air in front of Amelina. Amelina, you have now fallen prey to it's over here. You have fallen prey to her bewilder, and for the remainder of the round, Amelina, you have 0 parry. So she needs a 6 to bite you.
Does anyone have like monster lore or something that we can?
Shadow lore.
Shadow
Right?
lore, yeah.
All right, she's going to bite you, Amelina, for 5 points of damage.
All right.
And she is denizen of the dark.
I have shadow lore, so
Is there anything we need to know about this?
Shadow lore. Well, with shadow lore, you would know that the vampires of Mirkwood, the great bats of Mirkwood, have been a significant problem in the last few years, especially since the Morwen released a bunch of them, but also just because several of them have been they are one of the evil things which have dwelt in the mountains of Mirkwood for time out of mind. And with the waning magic of the Elven King, they've been getting closer and closer to the settled lands of elves and men. It is said that some of them can even transform themselves into beautiful women so as to better lure their prey away.
as evidence would seem to suggest.
All right, Amelina and Voronway, it is your turn.
I am going to scream in her face in a very scary way and brandish my axe.
All right, are you attempting to do
Oh my goodness. That's the worst almost. Not the very worst. But pretty bad.
That's the worst, though.
That's not great.
Okay. I believe, does a failure cost you 1 hope there?
Why would it cost me
On an Eye of Sauron on Intimidate Foe?
I don't remember that ever happening before.
I think it does. Hold on.
Yeah, it says on the map a failure costs
The map is not always correct. Hold on.
Oh.
Just hold on. Combat 166. Who's got 2 thumbs and a book? Right here. This guy. Ambushing enemies, being ambushed. Okay. Close combat stances. Let's see here. Forward. Engagement. Attacks. Range attacks. Knockback. Piercing blows. You guys always forget you can take knockback damage. Says here, a hero may attempt to intimidate his foes. Oh, I always forget this. A hero who just received a wound or received it during the previous round cannot attempt to intimidate his foes.
Oh.
It's interesting. A successful roll. Divide the hate points. Yeah, I don't know why it says that on the map. That's not here in the rules. Okay, the map was confusing me. All right, so Amelina, you try to scare this thing as it flutters in your face, slashing at you with its claws. Voronway, it's your turn.
I'm also going to take the Intimidate Foe action.
Okay, you will need a TN 20.
Ooh.
Oh, again, 20?
Yeah.
Based on the attribute level of the monster, this monster has Denizen of the Dark, which means at night or under the trees of Mirkwood, its attribute level is doubled.
Do you happen to have garlic and/or a crucifix?
So
Maybe a steak?
have Folk of the Dusk. I mean, we're not in Mirkwood, are we?
You are in Mirkwood.
We are? Okay, so then I can add my favored body, which would get it up to 20.
Good. Would you like to spend a point of something?
Should I spend Company Hope or Personal Hope? What do y'all think?
Are we trying to get rid of hate? Is that what we're trying to do?
Yeah.
Are you? Did you say you're using Folk of the Dust?
Dust.
I don't. I think that is just something that you get when you're using a common skill.
Yeah, which she is doing here, but she's
Oh.
trying to decide if she should spend a point of hope or not.
Oh, well, I am going to, and I was wondering if I should spend Company Hope or just my own hope.
I'm okay with company help if you want.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
So that takes us down to 4. So that's a great success. And then I add my valor, which is 2. So it's whatever a great success is plus 2. So would that make 5? I think.
Richard just had the book open.
Yes, that's right.
Dang.
Rules are concerned. Travel spell. Okay. You raise the blade Atarangi, which has, of course, slain many a bat, including the Morwen herself. And what do you say? What do you do?
Maybe you've heard of this sword before. Famous vampire killing sword.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Denethor, Katoon, and Aquin, it is your turn.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna unleash my great golden eagle on the vampire, thus making her weary, and then I'm gonna take a shot at her.
Okay. That will miss.
Yes.
I'm going to take my great bow and unleash the and that's a miss.
Same. I am shooting.
We're a party of archers.
Yes, apparently.
We should see
What?
about this burning arrow business.
16.
That will miss.
Dang.
Jeez.
All right. Is the vampire's turn. She continues to flutter in your face, Amelina, and will attempt to. She will attempt to bite you once again. Unfortunately, that's a called shot, so that fails. So instead, she's going to whirl around and rake Voronway with her claws. Actually, no, does that fail? Oh, yeah. Okay, so, and then Voronway, that hits you for 5 points of damage. Okay.
So begins.
Trying to see if she's got anything else good. She is going to. And as she does that, Voronway, she's going to seize you.
Oh, great.
She seizes you in her talons. While you are seized, you cannot change stance, and you see your parry rating halved. All right.
Is mine still halved?
No, yours is back to normal now.
Okay.
So, Amelina and Voronway, it is your turn.
Is there anything I can do to break out of this grapple?
To break out of a seize victim thing, you can give me an athletics roll to try to break free.
Can I assist her? Actually, well, I'll let her go.
Sorry, what roll?
Athletics.
Okay.
Hey.
That was a success.
Okay, all right, you break free, everyone, right? Amelie,
Nice.
your turn.
I'm going to axe it. Whoa!
Oh,
What is going
Got a
on?
good news, bad news situation for you there, Amelina.
Just a minute. Let me see if it's. I got pretty good.
Your body is probably not 6. Oh, you're Bjornian.
My favored is 7, so I was checking to see if it was a favored thing, and it's not.
It is not.
I can only add 5.
Okay. Denethor, Khatun, Aquin, you're up.
All right. Doing another shot. Shots. Ow. I had that
will
coming.
Miss. Also a miss. Denethor, what you got?
I got. I got a hard time navigating my sheet, apparently. Here we go. 20 is the goal.
19.
19.
Just remember you can click your dude and click select your weapon. You don't need your character sheet up for that.
Sorry. Well, I got a 14, so I missed.
Okay.
This is not working.
Let's see here. She's going to use her. She's going to use her. Where is it? She's victim in the dark. Fell speed. That's what it is. She's going to use her fell speed to elude your eagle, Khatun, and dive with her talons extended at your face.
Whose face?
Khatun's.
Do that?
Yep. You take 5 points of damage from talons.
So that she's not weary then?
She's not weary, and she sees you. Basically, she just flew away from your eagle. She's very fast.
Oh, okay.
So she dives for your face. Her talons rake you as she clutches you and holds you as though preparing to go for the neck. Amelina, Voronway, it's your turn.
So there was something wrong in my attributes and I fixed them and it didn't change any of the roles. But so your basic, you take the basic attributes based on the background that you chose, and then you get to choose whether they have. You get a one that's a 1 bonus, a 2 bonus, and a 3-point bonus, and you get to put those however you want, right?
Yes, but those only affect favored.
Yeah, except for the favored, yeah.
Right.
I had one of the math was off.
Yeah, fine. No worries.
But I fixed it, so.
So does my she gets a free called shot go away since she didn't choose to take it?
You don't get any. You don't get a called shot. What do you mean?
I rolled.
She rolled an eye last time.
No, it's just the next attack that's leveled at you.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay, Amelina and Voronway, it's your turn.
I'm gonna be a super scary Beorning right now in noble armor.
Okay.
So.
Need a 20.
That. What?
Need a 20.
I will spend my 1 point of courage upon this.
Okay. All right, what do you do?
I guess beating my chest with my axe.
All right, so you can.
Screaming at it and running at it with my.
So you're just making a lot of noise? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, I'm super scary. I'm
Great.
fierce looking. I'm covered in my own blood.
All right, Voronway, it's your turn. What you doing?
Should I do another? Do you think this guy still has hate to burn? Should I?
I don't know. We'll see if it does multiple attacks of really horrible things next time.
Well, I'm going to do another intimidate then. Might as well. TN 20.
Nope.
No, I'm going to spend a point of hope.
Okay.
And now that I actually have my favorite correctly calculated, that will bring it actually to 20 this time.
All right. Denethor, Khatun, you immediately.
So get, right, a standard success is 2, so that'll be 4 points of hate that get burned.
I got it. All right. So Khatun, you immediately drop out of rearward stance as you can't use a bow while you have a vampire that is grappled with you. So you just drop to, hold on. You drop to the defensive stance. And what you doing?
I guess I'm going to try and use athletics to get out of the grip.
Okay. Well, you got more successes, so so yeah, so you break free. That's your turn.
Okay, cool.
Denethor and Aquin, is your turn.
All right, let's try this shooting thing one more time.
Need a 20, man.
Where? Oh, there it's down here now. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, come on. No, dang.
Oh man.
I
1, 2, 3.
All right. I also am going to try the shooting thing. Holy
Yeah.
crap! See, that is the worst you can roll
That is
right there.
actually.
That is actually the worst that is possible.
Denethor, your arrow flutters through the night, or shoots through the night. The bat flutters out of the way, and your arrow strikes Voronway in the arm. Voronway, you take 7 points of damage.
Sorry.
I was gonna say we hear a cat scream, but
Was that your fellowship focus?
it's a rite of passage. You have to be shot by your fellowship focus.
True. All
I
right.
think I've had it twice.
The bat is going to jerk around and take one more stab, if you will, at Amelina.
Figured.
Right. No called shot. And so then she will just rake Amelina with her claws as she attempts to seize her in place. Amelina, you take 10 points of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm. All right, Amelina and Voronway, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm moving back to rearward.
Okay, very good.
Hey.
Yeah, so
I am going to axe again. Good grief. Our rolls are really swingy. Like they're either awful or amazing.
You swing your you swing your axe and once again missing in this just confusion, right? It's this very, very, very small clearing. There's bodies on the ground, people are tripping around, people are jumping back and forth.
People are shooting people they don't
Your
need to.
friends are trying to shoot arrows at point blank range at this thing that is fluttering basically in all of your faces. Voronway might be swearing in Elvish, you don't really know. And Voronway, it is your turn.
So I am going to. Why did I not put more points in this? I was going to try to rally comrades, but I don't really have much in that.
It'd be either inspire or song.
Yeah, I have nothing in inspire, and I have 1 in song. Shoot. Well, have you done any damage to this thing yet?
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Also, I'm fairly certain we at this point we've alerted with our Bjorning general shouting. We've probably alerted all the pickets.
I was gonna say, did we awe him or awe her or something to take some hate away?
Mm-hmm.
So she has less hate. That's good.
Right. She's down in hate by a lot.
Restore hit points.
And I don't think she did anything particularly like hate like this last round, so I think she's probably out of hate.
Okay.
Woohoo!
Nope. All right. Denethor, Khatun, and Aquin, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm putting my golden eagle back on her,
Okay.
and then I'm going to shoot her. Or attempt to shoot her. Does that hit this time?
It looks like it might have. Hold on, I'm just going to read how the eagle thing works. Oh, interesting. I forgot about this. That arrow from Denethor should have actually hit a Khatun's eagle. But I didn't remember that. But just for next time.
Oh, is that like the dog?
For next time. What?
Okay, yes, your arrow finally hits this thing in the wing.
I think that's a enemy ranged attack.
Yes, but in this case, because you're all using bows in close quarters, if you roll an Eye of Sauron, it counts as an enemy ranged attack against you.
Oh, okay.
Your friend.
That's just great.
Yeah. Okay, so your arrow finally hits this thing in the wing. There's a hot purple blood which drips to the ground. Denethor and Aquin, your turn.
All right. I'm trying to see if I got a called shot or something that would give me a little bit of edge here, but I don't think so. So just keep plinking away.
So, is there anyone in this party that's not an archer?
I'm not.
I mean, because I can't.
Oh, what the heck?
Oh my god.
That definitely hits.
Great job, Ben. She was weary.
Khatun
No.
Eagle.
Yeah, this is for your eagle, man.
So the way it works is your Khatun. Aquin, you draw another arrow to the string. You see the bat shoot up in the air. You see something dark and winged pass overhead. You loose an arrow on instinct, and you see the majestic eagle fall to the ground in front of you.
He also hears a whole lot of Easterling swear words.
So it is wounded. It must be treated within 6 hours by a healing test against. What's your basic body score, Ben?
My basic body score is 4.
Okay, TN14 healing test.
But I'll have you know that I have one of my distinctive features is fair, so I did not have a basic body.
Oh,
Ben's all like, woo.
what's your favorite body, Ben?
My favorite body? Oh,
Yes.
Did I just make this worse? My favorite body is 6.
So it'd be a TN16 to kill PJ's Eagles, which you're telling me.
I mean, if that's what it has to be.
Okay.
Based on Ben's body score.
Denethor, it was your turn.
All right. Man, shooting is the only thing I can really do, and I can't really do that great, but I'm going to keep shooting. Hold that thought.
Also, why does Ben get special privileges for his TN only being 16?
What? When does that happen? Is that I don't know, man.
Shouldn't have been.
But he's right. I got my TN 16.
Let me check your buttons.
Also, I guess, does anyone have higher than a 2 in song or inspire?
Yeah, that's what I was just about to ask.
Not me.
I have a 3 in Inspire.
Well,
Do you want me to try to inspire some people?
There we go.
yes, be inspiring people next time.
Okay.
All right. I fixed Aquin's
It's
thing.
not me. That's
Okay.
so I'm going to move at the beginning of the next. Was that the end of the round when I just
Yeah.
attacked?
So
Okay,
so,
I'm going to move to open stance.
On her turn, the bat flitters away into the darkness, vanishing into the thick canopy above the trees.
Can I attack her one more
What
time?
a wuss!
As she's
Yeah.
running away?
Doesn't she have to try to break away from combat or something?
Because she has fell speed, she can break away from combat at any time.
Is that a point of hate?
Nope.
Do I get to at least shoot her, or is
No, you can't see her. She just vanished into the
Oh.
thick canopy.
Wait. But what if I can see her? What if I've got special things that make me able to see her?
You can see through solid objects.
Let me check.
I mean, I have Against the Unseen, where I can perceive creatures that dwell in the wraith world, be they spirit or ghosts.
Props, but no.
I see better at night than in the light of the sun.
Yes,
Well,
you
she's undead because she's a vampire, right?
Listen,
So
okay, you guys all took your round. It is her turn. The tree canopy is like 10 feet above your heads, and she is now on the other side of it. You can't see her to take another attack.
Ah.
all right, well, I'm going to engage my Wings of the High Elf feature. Fly up and catch her.
You're a Lorien elf, so you're not a high elf.
Whatever, same thing.
And also they
It
don't.
depends on, on the moment whether he is a high elf.
You have Against the Unseen? I thought that was just a high elf thing.
I thought it was
It
too,
is a high elf thing. I'm
but
sorry.
I guess I'm not as special.
No, it is. It is. I shouldn't have Against the Unseen.
You have Skill of the Eldar.
My bad.
so?
I had that and I thought I had changed it.
So
Oh,
who had-
cool.
so-
We're going to immediately hide ourselves
So
somewhere far away from here.
So Khatun, you run over to your eagle where it is lying kind of, I think, croaking, let's say.
So
Hasn't croaked yet, but is croaking on the ground with one of your companion's arrows in its wing. The rest of you kind of dust yourselves off, and suddenly you hear the rasp of a sword clearing its scabbard.
Gosh,
I knew it.
And you see the previously unconscious guardsman now standing with his blade to Voronway's neck. And he says, "Who the heck are you people?" All right.
Oh, we just saved your life.
Can
And
I do
that,
like a perception check or something on that?
that is where we will switch over to... You guys were a little busy. That is where we will switch over to. It is early in the evening. It is early in the evening when you reach the town of Kelduin, some 130 miles south of Dale. The sun is setting in the west to your right, but the orange glow directly ahead of you tells you that you may already be too late. You urge your animals forward, and you finally reach the outskirts. When you finally reach the outskirts of town, it is nearly dark. Barding and woodman townsfolk stand ready to greet you, anxiously looking back over your shoulder, as though wondering where the rest of the army is.
Sorry, is this the southern party or the northern party?
Southern party.
South, 130 miles south.
Uh-huh.
So
I
this
guess-
is Barald's party, I think.
Yeah, so this is the one taking on the bridge.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so I need to drag Fireball out here.
Yes. So get your other party out. Kelduin itself is a fairly new town, rebuilt some 10 or so years ago on the ruins of an ancient Northman settlement. Once trade via the old forest had become viable again. And the royal of smoke and bright gouts of orange flame leap up from the southern end of the city as it appears that some of it is already in flames. I'm gonna go get some more water. Get your bad selves drugged back over to the mat and pick
Rolls, yeah. I have a 3 in hunting, so unless someone else has, I'm not much else. So
I have a 2 in travel. I have a 0 in awareness, 0 in explore, and 0 in hunting.
I'm good at travel or explore, but I'm not bad at anything.
Wow.
How do I put a character?
War song, yeah, no, she can handle herself.
Oh, that's right. I forgot your war song.
Oh yes,
I
war
got
song.
3 in everything, but craft and search have 1. Everything else has 2 or 3. It's the best.
I have 3 in craft, 3 in battle, 3 in search, and 3 in stealth.
Do y'all want me doing explore or travel? I have 3 in both. Probably just guide for guide.
I can't figure out my character on the dang board.
Just drag it and drop it, right?
Drag and drop.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I don't know why it didn't.
I haven't ever done this before either, Augusta. This is the first night.
So keep yourself in the middle column because we're going to use the far right column for the third party.
Yeah, I'm not sure where I'm going yet.
So is somebody else wanting to be the guide? I see somebody else under guide in the middle column.
Well, that's the only thing I have anything in.
I have a 2 in explore. I can be an explorer.
I have 3 in explore.
I have 3 in explore.
Okay, well, fine then. You can be the explorer.
I have a 2 in travel. I have a 0 in everything else.
Okay.
I only have 1 in awareness. Does anyone have more than 1 in awareness?
I have 2 in awareness.
I have 2 in awareness. Or yeah, you can cover that. Okay. Well, I'll just let's see. What does Sigrun give me? I'll do something with Sigrun.
All right.
Is your husband here for this one?
I don't know. I haven't talked to my husband.
He's not.
What is he doing?
We were supposed to have a conversation.
Well, we can flashback that here in a minute if you'd like.
So, okay, Ben, which character is you? Are you Farvald?
I am Farvald.
Farvald.
I am small Jewish mouse.
You're a woodman, right?
I am a Bjorning.
Okay. Thought everyone was woodman.
I am Northry, so.
Northry? Okay.
Also, it's easy for me to pick his fellowship focus. It's going to be Farvald.
Northry. What are you? You're a...
Margood is Warsong's fellowship focus. He's not here tonight, but...
Northry, are you a Bjorning also?
No, Northry is an iron, is a dwarf of iron.
Well, that's a 4th name, okay.
Is Berald another woodman?
Yes.
Okay, then I guess it maybe makes sense that that's...
You're a hunter?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah, I'll make you my fellowship focus here then too.
How much XP does Warsong have?
Y'all are doing good.
Well, for calculation purposes.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to scroll up. She has 89.
Your basic heart?
Yeah, basic heart is your max, I believe.
Oh, dang it. I should have put more in heart. I only get 2.
I know. Sad.
Is it the basic heart of us or the basic heart of the person we're taking?
Your basic heart is the most courage you can take.
And how many points are in the fellowship pool?
Oh,
a couple that people that didn't add it.
I think I'm adding normal amount. I think I rolled mid-range and didn't.
I think it's 5 for this group because none of us took fellowship focuses. Well, no.
No, it's not this is about the year-end rolls. Because at least a couple of people rolled poorly and aren't adding to their fellowship pool.
Oh, was that anyone in this party? I don't think so, because these are all new people.
I don't remember who.
These are all new people except Warsong.
I think these are all brand new. Well, did Margood roll poorly? Margood rolled poorly.
Okay, but he's not here, so he wouldn't be added to anyway.
good to be back. Sophie's insanely happy to be back as Warsong, by the way. All right. Sorry, I was feeding the dogs. All right, so you guys.
Whoever it was that did not add to the fellowship pool this year? Was it anyone in the party?
Hildewara.
Okay.
Yeah, but she's in the other party.
Was Margood one of them?
I don't think Margood. I think Margood just took Shadow. I don't think he wasn't adding to the.
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points in the pool.
You got 5 points again, yeah. Okay. Glorious chaos. So, so the five of you plus a cardboard cutout of Margood. You've come up to the town. It appears that part of it is already on fire, but several of the townsfolk, most of whom appear to be bardings and woodmen by just their clothing and general disposition, come out to greet you. Have you come for the relief of the town?
We have.
All
the
5
army?
of us.
5 of you.
Or was there 6 of us?
There's
How many of
6
us
of
are there?
us.
There's 6 of us.
There's 5 plus this cardboard cutout here.
I see.
Don't worry, he'll be reanimated by next week.
You see the villagers, all their faces kind of fall.
But we are here to help you. We're going to destroy the bridge.
Oh. Well, best of luck with that. You'll be wanting to talk to the headman of the town.
Yes.
And don't despair. With us, we have the warrior Warsong.
It's true.
Sure you've heard of her.
All the way from the other side of the forest.
Oh, I've heard of Warsong. Yes. Warsong. We heard she was dead. It's Warsong, everybody.
Oh,
Does she look dead?
That's all right.
The rumors of my demise were greatly exaggerated.
Right. Well, I suppose we'll just screw the security measures.
But, the Cluno Week will definitely want to know about this. Come with me. A young woman beckons you into the town gates.
So, I assume they haven't crossed the bridge yet, or have they?
So as you get into the town, it's a small town, but it is a town of stone. It is, like I said, built on the ruins of ancient Northman settlement. Probably about 10 years ago, once the old forest road became more viable, thanks to the good management of the Men of Tyrant's Hill. Yay, Men of Tyrant's Hill! Yay! No, okay, all right. Well, anyway. Basically the town is built on 2 sides of the river, and as you get inside the town gates, you begin walking down the street. You can kind of see in the distance down the street, past several rows of houses. You can see the long bridge, and it appears that everything that's on fire is on the other side of the river.
Okay.
So your estimation would be Northry would be that the southern half of the town has fallen, but the Easterlings have not yet been able to take the bridge.
Do I have a guess as to how long it could take us to knock down this bridge?
Good question. You don't know.
But you are a...
Could I do like a craft roll?
Would you like to head down to inspect the bridge? You can't. You can see the bridge only distantly from here.
Okay.
It's not enough to answer those kinds of questions.
Weren't we going to talk to the leader?
That's where you're being taken right now.
Yeah. So let's talk to the leader.
And take me to your leader.
Yeah.
So you are taken to the upstairs, the upper the upper level of a large stone house overlooking the town square on the northern side of town. And you're brought into the room with Fludowig, the headman of the town. Fludowig is an older man with red hair fading to gray, still in good fighting trim. And as you come in, he appears to have already heard of your coming. He kind of looks back uncertainly between all of you for a moment before heading towards Warsong. The Lady Warsong, this is indeed an unlooked for boon. When I heard that 6 riders had come, I was, well, they didn't say that one of them was Warsong. That's quite different. That changes things. I've heard that you fought the Morwen.
I did.
Well, a small Easterling army should be no difficulty for you then. Please, you must be thirsty, hungry from your journey. I'll have some beer brought in. I'm sorry I can't offer you anything better. Just a moment.
Beer's good.
Well, usually we have a bit of wine up from Dorwinion, but as you can see, we're having a bit of trouble with the supply chain right now. So, please have a seat, my friends. Tell me, your a war song. We've all heard the stories, of course, but the rest of you, please. Who do we have I have the pleasure of meeting? Oh, sorry, I am Fludowig. I'm the headman of the town. I helped rebuild it about 10 years ago. And and you are?
Farvald. I came up with a war song.
Very
Keep her
good.
safe and all that. You can't let the local celebrities get killed off in faraway places.
Oh, right, of course, yes. Yes.
Also, apparently her husband deigned to stay at home for some reason, sending the woman out to do the killing.
Not what happened, but sure.
I don't know what happened.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Is he dead?
I'm North 3 from the
He
Iron
doesn't have
Hills.
a farm to keep up.
All the way from the Iron Hills. Well, good work. You honor us by your presence. You know,
Yeah.
many good dwarves built the stonework of this town.
Yes,
When we refounded it.
yes. Well, the fact that King Bard has someone that's turned on him, and then the Easterlings up here. I wanted to pitch in my fair share.
Yes. We've heard all about the troubles up north. Obviously, we would come to the muster, but we've got difficulties of our own. And
Hunter, I'm from the Woodman. Also,
very good.
needed to get away from the plague. There's too much of that back home.
Yes, I'm afraid we have quite. I mean, you're basically in Woodman lands. You're like right here.
Yeah.
So you're a bit north of the East Bight, but yeah. The plague's not quite near. Well, the plague is not nearly as bad this far north as it is where you're from. But yeah, I'm afraid we've had a bit of that ourselves. We've been practicing safe social distancing. Easterlings don't seem to take the hint, though.
They call me the bowman, and this is Hathis, and we're all motions to his small pet that is about, weighs probably about 150 pounds, sitting next to him. Hathis kind of taps his tail on the floor, and Gerald grunts at him, and he stops immediately, and they both stand there in stoic silence.
2 of the great hounds of Mirkwood. That's very good. Well, you are all quite welcome here. I wish we could give you a better reception, Warsong. Perhaps when this is all over, a festival with you as the guest of honor. It would do a lot for morale.
That would be lovely.
But I'm afraid...
Let's take care of the problem at hand.
Yes, I'm afraid we haven't time for pleasantries. The only reason I've retired here for a bit of rest myself was because it's growing too dark for another attack. We posted sentries, but I expect the real push will come in the morning. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure how much longer we can keep this up.
That's why we're here. We're going to wreck your bridge.
Tell me what you've done so far. Like an overview.
The Easterlings attacked this morning at dawn. And hit us by surprise. We knew there were troubles back that way, but we've never had anything but traders from Dorwinion. You can imagine my surprise when an army shows up. We did the best that we could, but they took the southern half of the city pretty quickly, burned it to the ground. Still burning. No telling how many of our folk they've captured, taken prisoner. We're still counting, still trying to sort through our dead, the wounded. But we were able to hold the bridge. Twice they attempted to cross it, and twice we repulsed them. Losses were heavy on both sides. Since then, we've made some attempts to pull the bridge down, but that's gone less well.
How so less well?
Taking the bridge down is no easy task. It was built by your people, motions to you, Nordry. Stonework is good. The pylons are sunk into bedrock beneath the river. It would take a team of engineers working all day to throw it down. The most we could do is a bit of cosmetic damage. And the archery fire from the Easterlings, those step bows of theirs. We lost too many men just trying to dismantle the bridge. And I can't say as we even made a dent in it. We certainly don't have the skill ourselves to take something down like that.
But explosives.
Right.
You
Well,
have those, right?
I suppose some combustibles would be useful, but I'm afraid we don't really have anything in that line. So,
How about fertilizer and orange juice?
A bad idea, but Easterlings.
Richard, with my fire making, would I know what it would take to make a combustible that could knock down something of that status?
as far as you know, wizards might be capable of making something like that, but you certainly are not.
That
Oh,
checks
okay.
out. That makes sense.
What would it? Figuring out how to get it down. What role would that be?
It would be a craft roll. You do have a dwarf in the party.
And I've got a 3 in craft.
Yeah.
One more
Do we
question.
need to get him closer to... Go ahead.
Oh yeah,
How
you'd have to
about
actually get down and look at the pylons.
About the explosives, so are we fairly confident that the Easterlings would also not have something that would be capable of that explosive power?
Yeah, I mean that's definitely not the technology level that's typical in Middle Earth.
Okay,
That's the
yeah.
sort of
So
thing
we're
that
not.
Saruman might be able to make, or
Okay.
Gandalf might be able to manage, but
We don't have
there are apparently firecrackers in Dale, but the military and industrial use of gunpowder is not something which is currently really a thing in Middle Earth.
Oh, good point. What's your fireworks supply look like?
Fireworks?
Right.
I mean, we got a couple of crackers for the kids left over from Dragontide, but
Only a couple.
Well, I'd say if we're going to try and knock down the bridge, be best we get started.
What
Yeah, let's go
time of
take a
day
look.
is it? What time? Like it's
it is-
evening, right?
It is sunset. It's nearly dark.
So should we all sneak down, or?
I mean, is there a reason a good old fashioned fire won't work?
Well,
It's
it's
wood,
stone.
right?
It's
Oh,
stone.
stone.
It is
Okay,
a
I'm
stone
sorry.
bridge
A stone bridge. That
built
makes
by
sense.
dwarves.
Oh,
Thankfully, you got a dwarf here.
stupid dwarves.
Is
Good to
there-
have you on the team, son.
I guess there's no other dwarves that would have been visiting at this time, would there?
Not at the moment, as far as you know.
Well, I'm asking the head man that question.
No, we haven't. We don't usually have dwarf traders come this far.
Very well then. I shall
Whatever you can do, we'd be most grateful.
go down and take a look before we get started.
All right. So, how are you guys trying to get down to the bridge?
I do have a 3 in stealth.
Wanting to go by yourself?
I mean, I was thinking that maybe y'all go far enough to not get shot, and then I try to sneak down to the bridge and take a look at it.
I'll go with you.
I mean, if Warsong's going, then I have to go.
So, do you know her? Like I asked in the chat. This Barvold and
I assume he knows her.
I don't think it would really
or-
matter if he did or not. Like,
Right.
Warsong is probably the most famous woodman outside of like Prince Ingold and a couple of the other.
And she's been living among the Bjornings, so I sort of
Yeah,
assumed that
the earnings. So yeah,
he's sort of her self-appointed bodyguard.
Like going with Warsong is like saying, "Yeah, Captain America's here. Sure, I'll go."
If you
But
insist.
perhaps it should be a smaller party, and we're covered
Yes.
in case something comes up.
Can you sneak good, sir? Are you good at
Sneaky.
I'm sneaking. I have a giant axe. This is basically my one shtick.
I assume Warsong is adept in, at least fairly adept in stealthily sneaking places. But what about the rest?
Got a 2.
Warsong's always been highly known for her sneakiness.
I also have a 2 in stealth. Which means if we all go, at least one of us will fail in stealth. And when it comes to stealth, if one person fails, everyone fails.
Correct.
I mean, I'm okay with holding back.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm thinking is maybe.
Well, it sounds like we've got a party of mostly stealthy people.
You know, if you need me to stay behind, I can, but
I can just chill at the hotel, hang out in the pool or whatever.
I mean, what I'm thinking is they go far enough to not necessarily be noticed, and then like,
Well, we don't necessarily know what that is.
yes, I guess that would be a guess, but not all of us just go all the way up to the bridge is what I'm trying to say. Like, the rest of them be within hearing distance, but maybe 2 or 3 of us just go all the way up to the bridge.
Do we know for sure already that the Easterlings aren't down there already?
they can't take they haven't been able to take the bridge, so
Okay, so they're not
They're-
going to be on this side at least,
yeah, as far as we know.
unless they're also trying to sneak over somehow. In which case, we might all want to be there.
I was
So
just
where do we
thinking
all
that.
go?
Yeah, let's all go, and then whoever needs, maybe
We're
we can stop
mostly
at short
sneaky.
distance from the. Yeah,
Having a party that has everybody with 2 or more, except for one person, like that's a sneaky party. So, that's unusual, especially for starter characters.
I mean, I'm not very sneaky. Just to be clear.
okay.
Well, just
Do you always plan things like this?
I don't know if this is. I usually just hit things.
We sat in silence the whole way here instead of planning so that we could plan in front of you. I'm sorry.
It's part of our process.
Have to have an audience.
Right.
All
We
right.
had the theme song was playing, so you know.
So by the time you guys begin to make your way through the town down towards the bridge, a few people, you see women, children, men, some of them older, some of them younger. Of course, there are plenty of fighting men who are kind of massed around the bridge itself, or or at least the street on the north side. But many of the non-combatants poke out at their faces out of shuttered houses to see the newcomers, and in particular, Warsong. As you pass by and make your way down towards the bridge, it's dark now. The stars glittering overhead, but it's hard to make anything out in the sky. Obscured as it is by the dull orange glow of the burning town across the river. And there, its arches and three great pylons, outlined clearly by the orange flames. You see the Great Bridge. There is there's kind of a stone stair that takes you down to the riverbank on the north side here. If anybody wants to take that down, it's a fairly easy climb. However, how well you will or won't be noticed from the opposite side remains to be seen.
All right. Well, at least North 3 is going to attempt to sneak down to the bridge.
All right. Give me a stealth test.
I guess I will also.
Ooh! That was very bad.
Okay.
You were the one who was supposed to be good at this.
Yes, but 3s and 2s do not help.
Oh, well, I gotta change my name again.
All right, North 3, an arrow whizzes through the air and hits the stone above your head. However, Warsong manages to sneak down without any difficulty.
And Sigrun, by the way.
And Sigrun, obviously.
Cool. So I guess now would be a good time to roll a craft roll to see how well it would be to take down this bridge.
Is anybody else here?
I'm standing slightly up. I'm standing up among the buildings on the far side of the bridge. This side of the bridge, rather.
I'm standing back.
Watching our friends go into danger.
Same. We're yeah.
All right, give me a craft roll, PJ.
That's better.
Okay, with a great success. North 3. The dwarves the renewed kingdom, northern kingdoms of the dwarves in Erebor and in the Iron Hills have not been able to match the dwarves of old in smithwork, in the delicacy and of their craft. There are many secrets of the forge which have now been lost to the current generation. But in one way, you have surpassed your ancestors, and that is in being able to build beautiful, elegant, and strong structures of stone. This bridge, this three pyloned, four arched bridge across the river is a fine example of dwarven engineering and craftsmanship. It is strong, but also surprisingly delicate. The pylons rise up from large rocks. In the riverbed itself is extremely deep and very swift, but there are these large stones in the riverbed, almost small islands, which rise up and into which these great stone pylons have been driven. Now, what most people don't know, and what, without a great success, you probably would not have noticed, is the technique with which these pylons were driven into the stone and constructed. That this is a great stone bridge like this. There are no screws or bolts or concrete or adhesives holding things together. Each stone is laid in place with great care and precision. The whole thing is a magnificent work of weights and counterweights, tension, and stones at rest. If you can manage to remove the right stones, they don't even have to be very large ones, from each of the 3 pylons, the whole bridge should simply collapse like a Jenga tower when you pull out too many of the lower blocks.
So
What was that, Augusta?
I said, is there a way to do that without getting squished yourself?
It's a little tricky.
I'm a dwarf. So is the 3 pylons for the whole bridge, or 3 pylons on this side?
No, there's 3 pylons for the whole bridge. So there are a couple of difficulties here. One is the stones, even the smaller stones, are still not small stones. It'll take 2 or 3 people working on each pylon, probably 30 minutes to an hour, to remove the necessary stones, which means that you also need to be able to get to each pylon.
So we need a boat.
Assuming 1 pylon is on the other side of the bridge.
Well, so the pylons are the columns that hold the bridge up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there are arches, and there are 3 columns. One is closer to the northern shore, one is in the very middle of the river, and one is closer to the southern shore.
Okay. So we would also need like a boat or something.
You need a small watercraft, alternately, and somebody with skill, because the river is quite swift. Alternately, you would need to be able to swim or climb your way over to the other 2 pylons.
All right.
Someone with athletics.
I'm reasonably athletic.
The boating specialty.
I'm not
What
good
is
in
it?
boats.
What role is it to actually take the bridge apart? Is that going to be craft?
Going to be craft.
I'm not good at that.
All right.
Who is good at that, other than the dwarf?
I mean, I'm good at leechcraft.
I've got a 1 in craft.
I have a 1 too. 1 as well.
Same.
Well, let's
So
go.
if we all work together, that's a 3.
So I guess we sneak back.
Okay.
Do we have to roll again?
No.
What's your name, PJ?
North 3.
Northery thinks that he can take the bridge apart with some help.
Yes. Hey, we got 3 pillars. If we take out the right stones, we can make that bridge collapse. But it has to be the right stones. And I need someone to get me there.
Well, how do we know which stones are the right ones?
It's dwarven craft. I know my craft. I'll show you.
I'll take you there. How do you need to get there?
Jonathan, why are we looking at your foot?
What?
And why do you have
Sorry.
why do you have such weird short
It's
little toes?
Because my webcam is sitting right there.
The
Hey,
love God, don't lean back any further. Just
my
stay right with
toes,
your pants.
my toes are my toes. Leave me alone. Let my toes be.
Yes. It's built put together like a puzzle. Pull out the right rocks. The whole thing will come tumbling down.
So what do you need to get to the right place?
A boat. Also a distraction.
Oh, distractions I could do.
But if we have a small boat, we need skilled boatsmen. Or anyone who can work one at all. Naturally, being a dwarf, boat and water is not my forte.
What do you have to roll if you don't already have it?
Well, it's athletics, and I have 0 in athletics.
Yeah, managing a boat will be athletics or the boating specialty.
Well, and what about building or finding a boat? Building a boat would be craft, right? And finding a boat.
Would also take some
They
time.
have a little skiff.
Yeah, you can certainly ask the villagers.
So let's ask the villagers for a boat because
Yeah, we're not building a boat. They've got a boat. They live next to a river.
Yeah. So let's go find a boat. Let's go talk to some villagers, get a boat, and then I'll row you.
Northree walks up to the guard on our side of the river and says, "Gentlemen, I need a boat. Do we have one here?"
We have a few small fishing punts.
Well, go get one.
Oh,
Yes.
right. Yes, of course.
And also, how do we get their attention? The
What?
people on the other side.
It is, well, whose attention are you wanting?
The Easterlings. I want their attention.
I think we could form a. What are the Easterlings doing right now? Do they seem like they're preparing for another assault? Here.
It's dark. You can't really tell. It's dark across the river.
Well, if it's dark, then do we really need to
Yeah, let's
read
let's
direction?
All right, but I'm gonna just stand here and look fierce then.
Why don't you let out one of those famous Bjorning battle cries?
well, let's not draw attention to ourselves if they're not coming over, and if they are coming over, they've got other plans.
Well, not next to us. Let out a battle cry farther down the shore, obviously.
He's with me.
Okay. Your war song. Whatever.
All right, do your thing. I'll stand quietly over here.
All right. So are some people staying up in the town and other people are going down to the river? What's the plan?
I'm thinking, so you said it would take 2 or 3 people on each pillar
Right.
working for 30 minutes to an hour.
Correct.
Thinking we should get 2 skiffs and work on 2 at a time.
Okay.
Like work on 2 and then maybe save the last one, the one that's closest to the Easterlings, for last.
Sure. Who's going in which?
Northree will take the middle one.
Well, if you
Oh,
did
is
the
it something
first one, then we could kind of watch you could point out what's going on. I guess you could do that anyway as you're passing it. If you're the one who knows what to look for.
We got a bridge to take down, boys.
Now it actually is the dirty half dozen.
Yep.
This is not going to end well.
Or it wasn't is it a bridge they're trying to blow up in the dirty dozen?
I can't remember. It might have been a bridge that was right over the river called like Kwai or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
That they had to burn down during the Great Escape.
Yes, that's the one.
Hey,
You're hurting me.
Yeah, Ben is over here crying tears of the sun, so
From here to eternity.
How about Northfleet? How about you start on the one that's closest to this shore, this side, You're-
Talking to North 3?
Yeah. Start on the one closest to the shore, and that way if we have any problems with the middle one, you can catch that one on your way to the next one.
Very well.
You pointed out some parts of it to me while I was down there, so I'll take the middle one.
Very well.
And
Right.
I can help either with a boat or both, I guess. But
Do you have a
Yeah.
2 in athletics?
correct.
You should pilot the other boat, the one with North 3.
All right.
Same.
Oh.
I also have the 2 in athletics.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You.
We're both woodmen. We know what we're doing. Woodmen air bump.
All right, so boat number 1 is going to be who?
Boat number 1 is Norfrey and Augusta.
Okay.
All right.
And it's
Hunter.
the 3 of us on the other one, going to the middle.
So Northree and Hunter, and then Warsong, Barald, and Farvald. Very cool. This is a really cool group, by the way.
Yeah.
Like we have like 18 PCs in the campaign, which seems excessive, but they're all really cool.
Yeah.
See, I don't think it's excessive. I think that we should have 18 PCs in every campaign we do, regardless of the number of players. If we have 2 players, we should have like 9 each.
Yeah.
And also, because Warsong has always been one to write things, she's sending words somehow, written or spoken, to the town leader to let them know that.
Oh, sure. I mean, you could have been planning all of this up in the town.
Okay.
So yeah, it's so like the townsfolk are helping you with boats.
Right.
One of them's like, you gotta be real careful with my little lady here. She likes to list a bit to starboard sometimes, and so they're helping you with the boats. It's not so communicating with the headman of the town is not at all problematic. Okay, so whoever is piloting each boat, go ahead and give me an athletics test.
Okay.
Do you want to pilot or do you want me to?
Either way, how much do you have? 2 in athletics or more than 2?
I have 2 in athletics.
Then I might as well do it.
Can I be watching for I don't know if they're trying to come across the river or if anybody's coming?
Yes, I will let you know if you need to make any rolls.
Okay.
All right. Wait, hang on. I just rolled from Hilduar's sheet. Let me roll again.
Old habits die hard.
So I have them all open here. All right. Well, I should have kept Hilduar's roll. Okay, I guess I'll spend I guess I'll use some of this courage that Warsong gave me, which will put me up. It's not favored, so it'll give me 3 more. So it'll put me at 15.
All right, that's just enough for both Hunter and Barald to navigate these little fishing hunts successfully. So you actually go down into the water a little bit farther upstream, and that allows you to let the current carry you down surprisingly swiftly. I mean, I guess it's not that surprising. It is called the river running, not the river sluggishly lazing along. But so you find yourself basically you just use the oar to direct the boat as the current carries you forward with as little splash as possible, and when you get up to these rocks on the south side of the north side of the river and the middle pylon, these huge rocks into which the pylons have been sunk, you manage to reach out, grab the rock, and pull yourselves onto it, securing your craft in the process. And it all goes surprisingly smoothly, given the number of accidents which are known to happen in boats.
The number
Okay.
of what?
Accidents, which are known to happen in boats.
Oh, yes.
All right. What are you guys doing?
Fixing the pylons.
Yeah, I'm very carefully remembering all of the detailed instructions that Norfrey gave me.
I was wondering about that.
No, I mentioned that earlier.
I know. So, yes. So here's the way this is going to work. Northry and Hunter, you can both give me a craft roll.
Okay.
You need a certain number of successes to take down each pylon. They might not all require the same number of successes.
Oh.
So you don't know.
All right. Well, that's one success.
Can you get that up, Augusta?
Craft. That would. Yeah, I could make that.
Why don't you could spend courage on it?
Yeah. Okay. So I'll spend a point of courage.
Okay. So that's the middle pylon?
No, that's the one closest to the city shore.
Okay.
The town
Right.
shore.
So Northry and Hunter, you start moving away. Unfortunately, this is not the sort of thing you can do without making any noise at all. However, because you are using hammers, chisels, pickaxe, as Northry is directing you, Hunter, as the two of you work to get this very long rectangular stone free and drawn from the pylon. But it seems to be going pretty smoothly so far. Warsong, Barald, and Farbald, give me a craft roll.
All right.
Come on, boys. You
I
can do
actually
this.
thought I was up on the shore, like at the top of the bridge.
Oh, I thought you were going with. I thought you were
No,
going with Warsong.
I think okay. If you want to be on the shore, you can. But I figured.
Where do you want him to be, Ben?
I was thinking I was up on the shore in case something went wrong and I need to charge across the bridge, axes akimbo.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, then you will still be. Are you?
I'm
down
hanging out. I
at the
assume I'm
landing?
hanging out up at the top with the guards,
Okay. All right.
keeping an eye on the people on the other side.
We're rolling craft, right?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
All right. Warsong and Barald, you're more like, okay, but which end of the chisel?
Can you make that, Barald?
Yeah, I can. Is it a 14? Is it a TN 14?
Yes.
Okay, I'll spend a courage and make that.
Okay.
You
All
see,
right.
Northry, while he's trying to take this log out, motion to the no, it's the other end.
Oh, and then I just flip it around and I just like super skill just barreled it in. That's what they call it now. They call it.
Not that rock. The rock below it. Take that rock out.
Oh crap! Got it.
You hit your thumb, Barald.
Good.
But
I'm so angry that I hit my thumb that I just punched the rock, and it happens to be the right rock, and I hit it out of place.
also does not happen. So about 10 or 15 minutes in, everything seems to be going relatively smoothly. Warsong, give me an awareness test.
All right. Just a minute. Okay. Wait. I am going to. Can I spend a company on that one, y'all?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I think that's probably important.
And because I have natural watchfulness, it automatically upgrades it by an additional thing, so it's an extraordinary success.
Natural watchfulness? What's that from?
When you are outside, you may upgrade the quality of a successful awareness roll by 1 level, turning a success into a great success or a great success into an extraordinary one.
Is that woodland voodoo?
Additionally, during the day, you may make an explore roll with a TN of 14 to gather information regarding the area surrounding you as if you were observing it from a vantage point.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I think I think she had a lot of XP that I spent when she was exiting, and I got useful things. I wasn't planning on bringing her back, but I wanted to close her out.
Fair enough.
And that
Okay.
she got that on feathered armor.
So you look off to your right, Warsong, and actually, Sigarun lets out a low growl and alerts you to the fact that something is wrong. As you look off to your right, you see two dark shapes moving, and you can only make them out because of the glare of the fire on the southern bank. Highlights them for a moment, catching the eyes, almost like when like you shine a light in a dog's eyes, and the dogs kind of I don't know what you call that, but they glow in that kind of a weird way. It's like that, and it's just enough for you to kind of drop what you're doing and ready a weapon, as on the first and second pylons, two dark shapes climb up onto the rock.
So with one of those is one that we're not on, right?
Well, you're on the second pylon.
Right.
Northree and Hunter are on the first.
So they must have swum there.
Huh. They swam all the way across the river?
Two dark shapes make their way. Let's see here. Hold on. Two dark shapes make their way up onto the stones, lurching, standing, hunched over but upright like men. Their heads,
Oh no.
snarling jaws of some creature that you've never seen before. Wolf-like, but also leaner and hungry.
Yeah, I've never seen these things before either.
Did you say wolf-like?
Wolf-like. All right. So,
What? What just happened?
We've got vampires and werewolves.
Vampires and werewolves.
This is great. I think our third party is going to encounter zombies at this point.
Absolutely.
We'll just hit the
I mean, that's not
trifecta.
at all out of the,
Yeah, that would be normal.
yeah.
Zombies to the north.
Gertrude, Bersa, Gladwyn, and Hildewara, Gwyndor, and Northree, I somehow have in the wrong group.
Yeah, no. Solmunder's going north.
Yeah, I think I just had you. Let me make that.
Yes, Solmunder has has a little bit of personal vendetta.
Well, that's totally fair. So you've all been to, even if your characters haven't, your players, you've all been to the lovely hot summer vacation destination of Edric's Town. So my question to all of you would be,
Oh my goodness.
how do you plan to approach it?
We're trying to cut off a group of a small army, right?
Mm-hmm.
The small army of orcs.
You have been sent to collapse the tunnel,
Right.
which will either stop or at least delay the invasion.
And we know that the tunnel's watched, maybe, if that was passed on. But it's going to be guarded. Monkey has pretty good art.
Well, Hilduara mostly wants to find that kid and kill him.
Well, there might be a dragon.
I'm being a little more hands off here because you guys already know the terrain. You already know the situation.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out where my character is.
How do you want to get in? How do you want to get stuck in, as it were? And what would you like to do?
So, our goal going back is to what? Like, what's our overall objective?
Close the tunnel so that they can't
Close the tunnel.
bring their hobgoblin army through, right?
Yes.
Can't get Gladwin over there. It keeps highlighting the whole list of things.
I'll get her.
There's Gertrude. Gertrude's got okay art. Who's Gertrude?
Gertrude is Jeremy's character.
Is Hildewara fine being a scout? She has a 3 in Explore. Also, she has a sweet-ass spirit bear.
Also, I don't know that I've got much more in me tonight. Just
It's
being
okay.
honest.
We're gonna be wrapping then.
Okay.
You're okay.
I'm good. I'm just. It's like.
It's okay. I'm the same way. I keep knocking things over right now. Okay.
We're almost done. I just wanted to go ahead and get.
Yeah, for sure. Get all 3
But
groups
we're
started.
all old people. We can only handle, going past 10 so much.
I did not get to sleep till 3 a.m. last night because the people below me had a loud party that went till 2 a.m.
Were there more than 10 people in that party?
It was hard to tell. They were making enough noise for like 40 people.
Why didn't you go in there and cough profusely?
Yeah.
That would have
I
stood
know.
everybody.
I knocked on the door and be like,
I thought about it. So then after their party started winding down, then the people right next to me on the other side of my bedroom wall had some people over, and they were little kids and they were scampering around on the floor, and that noise really travels well. And then I went into the bathroom and I always hear noise through the wall, and there were like 2 women having a loud conversation while 2 small children hollered at each other. So it was great.
yeah, people are cray-cray right now.
All right.
And everyone's home, and no one knows how to handle kids when everyone's home.
It's so-
Continue, Ben.
It's so funny that nobody knows how to parent. But anyway.
I know. Well, we don't usually have to. It's messed up that we have to. Don't we pay people for this?
It's true. So my instinct is to scout around first, try to figure out what the lay of the land is, since they went murder hobo on
Yeah.
a group of
Yeah.
people.
So do you want to head into head into town and kind of find out what's going on, or?
That didn't go so well for us for the last crew, so I kind of don't.
Well, nobody's seen Gladwin. Gladwin, Gertrude, and Solmander none of them have actually been.
Hildewara's been, though. I'd
Yeah.
go back into town and talk to the people.
Hildewara should definitely
I'll
not.
give them a piece of my mind.
Um,
Hold me back. Hold me back.
Hold me back, someone, because I'm about to roll on and like kill everyone in that town.
Augusta Bursa should be at full health. I would hope so after a
be glad
whole
we
fellowship
go
phase.
in with somebody else who's not Gertrude, like who's not known. Who was the third person who wasn't known?
Someone is not known here.
Here's what I want to know. What would it take for me to sneak into the castle and kill the stupid kid? Stealth?
Yes.
I only got 2 in stealth. I feel like that's a pretty
I
good
think maybe
risk.
Hildewara was not sent to the right place. Like, I think there's a conflict of interests here.
Maybe explore. Can I use explore instead of stealth? I already know what the castle looks like, though. Crap.
I can't even knock her out because then she'll just go into.
Yeah, you better not touch me. I'll knock you out.
No, because if we knock you out so that you don't go, your spirit bear will go in your stead.
That's right.
Really annoying.
Yeah, she will. Hildebear is on it.
Over there.
You have the best name. Okay, so maybe 2 people should go into town to like ask questions and get the lay of the land, and then everybody else can scout around outside the town. Does this sound good to y'all?
And our plan, we're going into that mine again, so we would want to especially check out that area, I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll go explore the mine. the kid will probably show up eventually. I'll be able to kill him.
You know, your ghost bear would actually be ideal for scouting around and seeing where people are because you just
True,
look like a normal ghost.
you could wait
I
till
do.
it's dark and just explore the area around the mine.
Yeah.
I need to wait till nighttime. Do y'all want to just hang out till nighttime? Just camp, s'mores, hot dogs, that kind of thing?
I guess we can do the explorer part at night, but maybe like Gertrude and I go into town to see how the town is.
You know, I'm looking at her sheet, and Gertrude actually isn't super. Or not Gertrude. I meant Gladwin. Gladwin is not super.
Gladwin.
Sweet. Like as far as courtesy goes.
I've got an A2 in courtesy.
Yeah, she's not very courteous. She's not very riddly. She's not very inspiring. She's not very persuading.
I have a 2 in persuading, 2 in riddling, and 2 in courtesy.
I have a 0 in courtesy, but a 3 in awe.
Yeah, I can go in with you, but I should not do the talking.
Okay.
Okay. You will be his silent companion.
Yes, Hildewire will take a nap.
Solmunder and Gladwin head into town. Neither of you have actually been to the settlement of Edricstown before. However, it's more or less what you would expect from a settlement of Northmen that was also built by people who came from Dale. That is, it's more or less arranged like a typical Northman settlement, but Northman settlements usually have like a wooden stockade and then a longhouse. There's still a stockade and a longhouse, but the stockade is has quite a bit of stone used in the construction thereof. There are some places, especially the gates and the wall sections immediately around the gates, that are actually more like proper city walls, like you would find in Dale. There are other parts that are still kind of the older wooden stockade, look like they were never really replaced or somebody never got around to it. As you head into town, the first thing that you notice is that swinging there above the gate,
Oh no.
desiccated, picked over by birds of prey,
It's the boy?
still very distinct. You see 3 corpses. It's very hard to make anything about them. But based on the rags, the shreds of cloth, and the stories that you've heard from other people, you guess that these are Rugilia, Vague, and Brandolf. And they are hung over the town gate.
I guess it would.
My inclination is to turn around and leave.
I mean, it would be the same for me. Yeah, that's not. Solmunder would want to leave too.
So you guys are turning back.
Do y'all want us to go in?
It's up to you. I mean, are you going to be brave or are you going to be a wuss?
No, this is not about brave. This is about not wanting to punch somebody.
Right. It's all about not wanting them to get suspicious about strange people.
Yeah.
Looking around.
I'm saying maybe we just turn back at this point. Brandolf may very well punch somebody. Or
Brandolf is super dead right now, bud.
Solmunder may very well punch somebody. He is, yes.
I'm just saying it's really good that Hildewire is not with y'all right now. It's really good.
Yeah, it is.
Someone would die. It would probably be her.
All right, so the two of you turn around and head back towards your camp. I think that's...
We're not going to head back directly to our camp.
Oh, okay. What are you doing?
I think we're just going to take a walk.
Oh, no.
To where?
Anywhere that's not a direct beeline back to everybody else.
Oh, you're just gonna like take some time to cool down?
Yeah, and to not be followed.
Give me an awareness test. Or give me a stealth test, rather.
We can do this. Oh, who has the highest amount of stuff, by the way?
Probably. Oh, wait.
Hilderar, how much XP do you have?
How much XP? I have 24.
24. Okay, cool.
Did we get XP last time?
No, we didn't.
Oh, that's right.
It was a total ripoff.
I was going to say, because I thought I'd played her before, but she's at 0.
Oh. Nice.
Okay, the two of you head back to camp by very indirect routes, and you're reasonably certain, especially given, I assume that wasn't Warsong, that was Gladwin.
I think it was... This sheet does not look cool enough for her. Yeah, no, it's the elf.
Yeah. Aw. You're reasonably certain that you have not been followed. So you arrive back to camp a couple of hours later, which is a little unusual because everybody was expecting it to take a lot longer.
And what did we find?
We didn't go in the town.
We found the bodies of, I would only assume, Randolph, Regalia, and Vig.
The 3 of them were strung up over the gate.
Well then. And...
So Gwyndor and Bear said, these are your friends.
Right.
All right. Gwyndor, Hilderar, and Bersa.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other half of the party.
Right. So then we're not going to get the all-important information required to avenge our friends then?
Yeah.
No, when it's dark and after we've obtained the information we need, we will give them a decent burial somewhere that isn't here.
Right. What I meant as in, so then you're not going to complete the part of your mission where you go into the town and ask questions.
I didn't know.
Exactly what questions you would like me to ask that weren't answered with the information that I gave you just now.
I don't know the other two, but Randolph and I used to work for the same dude. I'd hate to have... There probably wouldn't be much asking questions on my part.
Tell me what questions you feel we...
Well, I thought the point was that you were going in for reconnaissance. Or was it purely to find the remains of our friends? Did I miss a beat somewhere in there?
We were going in to get the lay of the land, and I feel like we got it.
We know that they strung up 3 would-be assassins, apparently. We don't know anything else, though.
It indicates that they're not interested in visitors, for one thing.
Oh, rather, they want the visitors to know that how they deal with assassins.
Hilderar kind of rises up from trying to take a nap to summon her spirit bear, which has been thus far unsuccessful because
you managed to get yourself drunk, but you're not asleep.
I don't see what other scouting is necessary.
All right, well...
We know there's 2 kinds of people in this world. There's good people, and there's evil people. We are dealing with evil. Let's cut them up. Let's impale these evil people before they do harm to any more of our friends!
I think that's
I like the sentiment, but we're trying to keep even more eviler people from coming
Let's take that.
down from the north.
Let's
Right,
take that anger.
including dragons.
Let's take that anger and collapse a tunnel first. We'll see where we are on.
We can collapse a tunnel, but then we're coming back, and we are avenging this evil.
I have no no problem with that particular course of action.
Then we're agreed.
Then we're agreed
Of a sort.
until the morrow.
all right. Well, we're gonna call it right there. It's 11 o'clock. Ladies and gentlemen, the Barding Civil War has begun.
Woo! It's going to be good.
So when we pick up again next time,
States right, Joe.
we go back to Party 1, who is still trying to burn some boats. Party 2, who is trying to sabotage a bridge. And Party 3, who is trying to collapse.
So XP.
You all, well, let's see. The first party gets 2 for tonight. The second party gets 1, and the third party doesn't get anything because you guys didn't actually do anything yet.
All right.
What?
You get XP for doing crap.
We showed up.
Yeah, you kind of showed up and you were like, well, yes, but actually no. So, all right. Well, guys, I'm incredibly excited about this adventuring year. So we'll play again next Monday. And if we remain in lockdown for 2 or 3 weeks or however long it takes, and you guys decide you want to get some bonus sessions in, I'm down for it.
Given our actual progress, we might need to if we want to get this done before next Christmas.
Maybe
I don't know. I'm impressed that we got to all 3 of them.
I know.
So maybe what we'll do is we'll start with this party, and then we'll cycle back through in the opposite way.
Yeah.
Everybody gets proper FaceTime. So I'm excited though. It was cool to see Warrenway getting out there with a sword, doing the vampire killing things.
Yeah.
And to see Ben and Jonathan shooting their comrades. That was fun for me.
And their comrades' pets.
And their comrades' pets. Oh, that's right. Don't forget that you still got to do a healing roll to see if your eagle survives.
Oh, no.
Yes.
All right. Good night, everyone. Rest
right.
up, stay safe, and I guess stay in.
Yep. Take care, y'all.
Good night.
All right.
Nice.